I be picky for Bamenda, oh. I was born in Bamenda, I shall die in Bamenda. In my next follow, oh. I will be in a Bamenda, no. Honorable Ngala Jera. I be picky for Bamenda, oh. I was born in Bamenda, I shall die in Bamenda. Rolly K. In my next follow, oh.
Welcome to Lily's TV. Today is another wonderful edition that we actually have today afternoon. We are actually talking on the topic, has marriage in its originality lost its true value in our society today? So today we have some guests on our studio which they are going to tell us, because due to the happenings, they are going to give us their point of view. First of all, we are going to look at what marriage is all about to see whether it has actually lost its originality. Then on my show today, I have a mother. She's actually a teacher. Her name is Machi Quinta, so she is here. And on the other hand, I have my very good friend. He's also an apostle. His name is Apostle Carl. So he will also be telling us, he will be giving us his own point of view, what he actually thinks, whether marriage has actually lost its true value. So Mama, you are actually welcome on the show.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah.
To talk about marriage, which is the birth of the society, the foundation of every society. Actually depends on the family. If the family is sick, then the society is sick, which automatically means that if marriages are sick, then our society will be a sick society.
Okay, Apostle, what do you have to say concerning marriage?
Thank you. Good morning and greetings to all.
Thank you.
I first want to thank you for inviting me in this show. It is a pleasure and an honor for me.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Just as our mother said here, marriage is the base of the society.
Okay.
And she said it just in a perfect way. If the marriages are unstable, then the society will also be unstable.
Okay.
And this really a very great and important topic to deal on.
Okay, when we look at the happenings that they are actually happening today, Mom, you will see that people get into marriage today, maybe for different reasons, we don't know, because today you will see people celebrate marriage in less than no time. They will be fighting to get a divorce. So what can really be the cause? What can you see?
The causes for divorce in our society, they are varied and large. Varied because the young people today, both men and women, they go into marriage for gains.
Okay.
Conditional marriage. I get married to you because you have wealth.
Okay.
You get married to me because I have something to offer. Nobody's going again into marriage to build a better society, to be a better home, that's to promote love as the Creator ordained it from the beginning.
So can one actually get married to somebody without having that notion of gaining something from that person?
Actually, marriage is all about loving one another, accepting the other person, the way the person is.
Okay.
Without waiting for a gain, without waiting for profit, you just love the person naturally and you go into it and together you work to grow.
Okay.
But if you go like most of our ladies today, they look for material, they look for wealth, they look for money.
Even the men too look for
I'm
material.
coming. It's a two-way thing.
Okay.
Like outside there, we have men they call nowadays gigolo. They go
true.
in for that.
Yeah.
I don't want to get married to a woman that will not support me. I want to get married to a woman that will fit me, that will provide for me. Things like that.
Okay.
And you see the society is getting from
one problem to another. So Apostle, in line with that, so what can you say is really the cause of this early divorce?
Actually, I will want to first of all start by saying that it is noticed that today more and more people are no more that eager to engage into marriage.
True.
That's the first
You are
thing.
right. You are right.
Because before we even talk about divorce, let's even start from the existence of marriage.
Okay.
Yes.
More and more
Yes.
people are doing things and they are calling it marriage, meanwhile it is not really what it is.
Okay.
We will have to first start by defining marriage first of all.
Okay.
We know that marriage is a legal union between two or more people
Yeah.
um, to build a family actually, and this implies rights and duties.
True.
And if we have to like reach a level of talking about the causes of divorce and so on, it will surely be tied to the right and duty part of the definition.
Okay.
But first of all, marriage is subjected to the law actually, and today people are no more that they are no more
Eager.
eager to go to marriage again, and people prefer staying together, having children like that before thinking of getting married. Then I would say it can be explained by the evolution of the society.
Okay.
We are in the 21st century, and in 2024 now, we are no more in the former years where the base of marriage were different from what it is today. Formerly, it was like most of the responsibilities were tied to man, and the woman would just come and her place will be in the kitchen and so on. And we have seen very soon will be when we finish this January will be March and April. March particularly, which we have the 8th March, which is the Women's Day. And on that day, the more and more the message or the topic even of that day has changed.
Okay.
Today it is more about 50-50. So let's start from there. That will be what will like explain what is happening and what will even lead to what is divorce today.
Okay, talking of 50-50 in the content of marriage, when you actually look at, maybe for my own point of view, if a man is actually contributing, a woman should actually do well to contribute as well. So I don't think that is actually a problem. For me, I don't think it's actually a problem. Omora, do you have a problem on that?
I would like to say this. It does not mean that in the years past or time past, women did not contribute.
Okay.
What do you mean by contribution? It is the way the women of this generation they are looking at it.
Okay.
And it is the way the men also of this generation are looking at it. Because let me try to establish something.
Okay.
You get into a union. You go for a wife.
Yeah.
You go for your wife. Principally, you know that you are the man. You are to provide. She is only a helpmate. How can you ask your helpmate to help you 50-50? Okay, I come again.
Okay.
Now, the women on their part, how can they claim to help 50-50 that what a man can do, I can do better? So their house will scatter. There cannot be two captains in the boat.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
One man, one person must back.
Yeah, it's true.
So, coming back, women have been helping since time past.
Okay.
The simple fact that our mothers of old could do farming and sponsor their children, they were helping. Washing of dresses in their house, they were helping.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot of things. It is not all about money. It has destroyed this society.
Okay.
So what I can say is that in terms of marriage, if each person in what concerns him or her will stay at their own position and respect the fundamentals of marriage. When God ordained marriage, I think in Genesis 2:24, when he said, therefore a man shall leave his family and get married to a wife, and the two shall become one. It means that when we are one, you no more look that, I brought something, B did not bring something in. But now, you work for my well-being, I work for your well-being.
Okay.
That's the way I look at it.
Okay, that's actually true. Today, we will see that it's because Apostle said something that people, women or men, are not having that urge to get into marriage again. So what can you say? What can be the cause? Does it mean that maybe the parents are not grooming their children well, or so that they should be ready for marriage, or what can actually be the cause?
Okay. We started by defining what marriage is all about.
Yeah.
The union of two persons, male, female.
Yeah.
Now, I want to use this word. Apostle said the society has evolved, has changed.
Accurate.
We have, yes, from one stage to another. And nowadays, there is the same-sex marriage. People prefer to stay with people of their kind, of their kind.
Homosexual.
Yes, so they don't see the need of getting married, because that one I don't call it marriage to me. I don't call it. I call it an abomination.
It is an abomination.
Yes.
It is.
Okay, then on the other hand, I want to address this to the young girls of our generation. On the other hand, because the society has prone our women to think that if I'm going into a marriage, I must give 50-50. Because the society has prone everybody, every woman wants to be a femme capable.
Yeah.
So when
Financially.
a woman is already financially stable, has all position, everything, that kind of woman, very few, unless God touches their heart, a few God-fearing ones who want to be under a man. Meanwhile, it is divinely settled that a woman must be under a man. You see?
Yeah.
So when it happens like that, they feel comfortable. They are in their comfort zone. Nobody wants to come out of his comfort zone. And then, on the other hand, some men are afraid of women who are too educated. Before you say A, she tells you up to Z. You will not feel comfortable. So what do? You stay on your own side and you are playing your games. They call it games now.
Yeah.
And you are just doing kick and pass. Where it happens, it happens. If the woman like, you should keep it. If you like, it doesn't matter. You see, so we in society, marriage, I don't want to say it that marriage has lost its value, but something inside pushes me to say like that.
It is fading.
Yes.
It is fading away. Okay, Apostle, in our churches today, you will see that when a girl gets pregnant out of wedlock, you will see maybe the church will need to punish that girl, that maybe you have to sit behind the church, or you do give any type of punishment which they can. But now they did not look to see where that pregnancy came from, because most of these men that impregnate girls in church, they are still in the congregation. They are not punished.
And nobody is talking.
And nobody is saying anything about it. And even in the society today, you will still see that the blame is being laid on women, but it is men that are actually corrupting the women. So in this context, what can you actually see? Is it fair? Let me put it that way. Is it fair that the women or the girls should be taking the punishment while the men don't?
Actually, this can never be fair.
Okay.
It can never be fair, because we remember that woman, the adulterer, that was caught, and everybody was ready to
Stone
finish
her.
her.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there was a question that Christ asked. He said, she was not alone for sure, but if you have never committed any mistake, then the first one, the one was never, let it be the first one to throw the stone. And for sure, it was surprising, because this did not start today. It has not started today. It started since we see it in the Bible. It was only the woman who was the man that was caught with her. So this is where the problem comes, and this is actually where I stand for the 50-50 issue. Why? Because it has been noticed that it is as if, as far as rights are concerned and certain things in the society, there is a certain value that is given to men, and that is not given to women. And it's like women are treated as
Second class
second class, yes. And this is really a mistake, and it's a problem.
And it is one of the reasons why women don't want to get into marriages again.
What we say is there are three problems in marriage. the ones that I noticed, three major ones.
Yeah.
It's about sex,
True.
finance, and character.
Yes.
These are the
Exactly.
three major things that destroy marriages and actually make people to be afraid of getting into marriage. I want to say this. In the days of old, a man would be the one to provide in the family. We knew that there were certain things that women were obliged to align because actually everything that was a source of income and everything in the house was provided by the man. So submission as far as character is concerned was natural.
Yeah.
So a woman could not like speak when the husband said something because he was the main provider of the house. But it has been noticed that as time was going, men
was
were
more of slavery.
failing in their duties.
Yeah.
And now women were now going out also to provide for the family.
Okay.
So at that moment now, that natural character that was
that
maybe
natural submission
actually,
no
that
longer
was
there.
coming because of that reason is no longer there.
Yeah, yeah.
And there is need as time is, as we are like, as the society is like facing
Evolving.
is evolving, we need to redefine what submission is supposed to be all
Okay,
about.
okay.
Because many behave in a certain way maybe because of the level of the finances of the man and many other things. The Bible says that women have to be submitted to their husband, and the husband must love his wife.
Okay.
And then today, this issue of 50-50 has not been taken the way it is supposed to.
Okay.
And we all have the same rights. We all have the same duties. And today, man cannot really provide 100% for the society again as the days of old because the needs of a home are increasing.
Okay.
We notice that even as far as the global challenges are concerned, the prices in the market and many things have really increased.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the income of be it civil servants or some people, it's not really like okay. So men really need support, and the home, as our mother said, women are supposed to be helpmates.
Yeah.
They are not supposed to be the main provider.
Okay.
But we notice something. Many girls behave with men according to what they saw in their own home.
Okay.
Because you will notice that there will be girls that will behave a certain way with men because of what they saw inside in their house.
Okay.
Maybe the father was not that, he was not taking his full responsibilities. So the girl will come out from that house with already a certain mind. Okay, this is the way I will treat men. Maybe the mother went through certain things, or the family went through certain things, but for sure we are all the product of the society that we are coming from. And the more and more that there are problems in homes, the more and more we are producing people, men and women in the society that are unbalanced because of their personal experiences. But for sure, there is a way we are supposed to behave. If we say we are Christians, we are not supposed to embrace what we have experienced in our homes and take it as
a model.
A model.
To show
it is the Bible that is the guideline to build a proper and
Okay, from what I've actually captured from what Apostle said, because in the society today, a criminal comes from a home. And we'll actually see people that are role model or actually comes from a home. It therefore means that if you are a parent, if you're actually a mother or a father, please groom your child in such a way that once that child go outside, the child will not be facing difficulties in adapting with the other things based on what he has actually experienced. Because we should be able to give an account of the children that God has given us. So mother, in another line that we actually said, because you will see women are actually looking forward to get into marriage. But now, as Apostle said, when a man provides, submission comes naturally. Because that, for me, that is a normal thing. That if a man actually provides, submission will come naturally. But you will see men today, they don't want to play their role. But now they are asking for that submission.
I beg to define. If we are following biblical principles, if the Bible asks you to be submissive, if God asks you to be submissive, be submissive.
When God
I'm
said
coming.
a woman should be,
I'm
not
coming.
cutting you short. When God said a woman should be submissive, there is also a word that
A
God
clause.
said to a man.
I'm coming.
Yeah, that
I'm
a
coming.
man should love his wife.
Good.
Yes.
Good, my lady. See, I want to believe that if you are a lady and you have the worst of men in this world, and you are submissive to that man through that character of submissiveness, I believe you, I bet you, the Lord will do something to that man.
Okay.
Imagine, just take your husband goes out, he comes back, no food. Where is my food? I move! Did you give money here? Before you finish, I'll move. You have a on your head. But if you stay calm, give him his place as a man. Wait, man. Did you leave something at home? We had nothing. Maybe you manage to have something. This is what I had. I had nothing. Please don't. In a calm way. I'm talking from experience.
Okay.
I've been 20 years in this institution.
Yeah, wow.
I got married at that very tender age. At one time, I want to explode. But I discovered that my exploding never did not solve anything. Until I went for one marriage counseling. I got some knowledge from there.
Okay.
Then from the tender age I'm talking about, I was counseling other couples. I will go and counsel couples and come back to my house and face the same problem. I will cry all through the night.
Wow.
And then I started asking myself, how do I solve my own problem? How do I go back to this person and tell the person I have this problem, meanwhile the person came to me? And I started asking God, bring down the heart, bring down the heart. I'm not saying it is easy. It has never been easy. But I bet you if a woman is submissive, then there's a man to love.
Wow. Wow, you can say that again.
Yes. Yes. If a woman is submissive, then there is a man to love. Because when he does it 1, 2 times, if actually the basis of your marriage was love, 1, 2, 2, you say, I'm doing all these things with this woman. I go and come back, even I've not left salon, they have scrubbed the dresses even with no salon. But why don't I buy salon so that I should wash my dresses very well? You get what I'm saying? But now, the girls of our own generation, they don't take nonsense. They are a no-nonsense generation. They are a no-nonsense generation.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, we are asking for 50-50. I'm one of the advocates for 50-50. But I, as a mother, I will not tolerate if I reach my son's home and see that because madam deposit 50,000 or madam gave this and son gave this one, and by the time you say, well, dear, can you help me scrub my dresses? For what? Why should I be washing your dresses? Am I also providing in this house? Does it make sense to you?
It doesn't.
It does not.
It doesn't.
It does not. So when we are talking all these things, we go and come back to women. I keep on sticking on that.
Yeah, because they are the
We
keeper
go
of the
and
home.
come back to women. They are the internal manager. The kind of child, okay, let me use an example. Before an armed robber comes out in the public, that child was already an armed robber
In the house.
Because the first person that will notice
Is
that
the
my
mother.
son is picking people's things
Is
is
the
the mother.
mother.
And when you notice it,
You
will cover.
cover it.
Even the father does not know.
Mm.
He does not know. No, no. Our husbands, the day you decide to get married, know that your husband is your first son. How do you talk to your son? The love that pushes you to talk to your son in a calm, in a nice manner. Well, son, why are you doing this now? Please don't do this again. This, I think that if you did like this, you'll succeed. Talk to your husband.
The manner of
Show them that you love them. Men like the one that they should feel love, should feel wanted, they should feel needed. Yes.
Like babies.
Yes. Even we women, we too, we are like that. You need that when daddy comes back, should tell you that, hey, how was your day? Small caprice, one thing or the other.
Yeah.
So, my end point in all this thing about marriage is that as you are preparing to get into marriage, circumcise your heart.
Okay.
Circumcise your heart. If you permit me, I will go further. The Bible talks about a virtuous woman. Did you in any place hear that a virtuous woman would do bride affair with the husband? No. But she gets up at 4 o'clock to make everything ready. The Bible says the husband will sit in the city gate and will be respected because of the wife. Then why should we in our own generation think that we are more than the Esthers of the old, the Deborahs of the old? Deborah was the person who gathered the army and said, go to war, or a woman will go to war in your place. Why did she not go to say that I am the person? She gave the honor to the man. Give the honor to your man. Make your man feel honored, feel good. Start from the time people are doing courtship. Yes. Don't hide, because women, we will say they always put the blame on women. I'm a woman. We women, when we want to enter somebody's house, we want to get married. Somebody wants to get married to apostle. He's a man of God to become mama pastor. He will hide all the kind of things. Hey. And then when you enter apostle's house, by the time apostle says, "Man, please, you have to wash my dresses, you have to prepare food. I'll have some visitors." You say, "Who? Me?" You frustrate the person. And there is no human being on planet Earth that would you get so frustrated. The next thing is that you develop a defense mechanism. So when you begin to talk about this 50-50, it came about because of the defense mechanism women wanted.
Yeah, talking about that defense, like what has been happening in my neighborhood these days, I have maybe 4 or 5 of my neighbors that a week cannot pass without me separating a fight. Like the man hitting the woman so hard. And when you want to look at what is actually causing it, you will see that it is because the men don't provide, and each time they come back, they have taken it as a routine. They don't provide, but each time they come back, they are expecting to see food. And even when the women go around, they do mineral jobs, they will still come and collect the money and go out and do it. So talking about that defense, because I see that most of the times when the woman is getting into that fight, it is because she has taken it up to here in such a way that she can no longer take it again.
That is why we are saying that in the both ways, when you are in courtship, don't hide your attitude. When you are in courtship, what you think that in that marriage you will not accept, tell the man, I don't want.
Transparency.
You are drinking now. I don't want.
Yeah, transparency.
I don't want. The day that they slap you, only to don't say no, you will change. I don't want you raising your hand on me. If you will be like this, please go your way. Let me go. Okay. And let me expand also. We are talking all these things and just remaining in the secular world. Any marriage that is planned and executed in the secular world is bound to fail. Why?
Because they didn't go to God.
Yes. God is the only person that can pair two people together. No matter how hard the character might be, the Lord will surely give you a contrary character that will be able to bring down that person. Okay. Yes. In short, we cannot just go about you have infatuated everywhere and then you come and meet somebody, you put just because you want to get married. No, it does not work like that. Okay. Marriage is a serious institution that until we go back to the foundations, as I said before, of marriage, we look at what marriage is all about. Was it all about wealth? Was it all about who is commanding, who is not commanding? And we look at all those things. And then we can now be talking about marriage in its originality.
Okay. Apostle, in marriages today, what are the rules that family members are to play in marriages? Because when you also, as we are looking at the two partners, there are also different things that are making marriages to fail, families. So what are the rules that family members are normally supposed to play in marriages?
Actually, in our society in Africa,
Yeah.
we have our own rules, our own conception of marriage.
Our own culture.
Yes, our own culture. And in Africa, marriage is not just the union of two individuals, but it is the union of two
Two
families.
families. Yeah.
And so we cannot talk about marriage and put the family aside. The family is very important in marriage. That's why before you get into a relationship or into marriage, you need to know the family. Our parents had their way of knowing doing the research concerning it, because it is very, very important. Two of you can really agree and arrange everything, but the family aspect can actually be a serious problem. But we know that a home, actually, because we have nuclear family before having extended family.
Yeah.
Now, the nuclear family is what actually is the base of the society.
Yeah.
It is the couple that sets the base of their house. Yes. The certain things, the rules concerning their privacy, is not supposed to come from, they are not supposed to come from the outside. It is first of all the man and the wife together. They are supposed to agree and set the basis. It is so that everybody comes from somewhere. But when we live where we are, like we are taken from, it is not to go back there, and we are not entering the same place again.
Yeah.
So when we enter into marriage, it is the two of them that will set now the base, the foundation. The things that they will agree might be different from where each of them is coming from. But if I'm coming from somewhere, it is not everything that was done there that was good. And so everybody comes from somewhere that there were good aspects and wrong aspects. Now, when you gather, two of you, now you set the basis of your own marriage, how you want things to be done. And there is a way you should also make the others to understand, okay, that here, this is how things are supposed to be done. Now, it is also good to pay listening here to the family. But there is a way we do it. Because sometimes, when there are problems in the home, the man will always call his own family to be complaining about the woman, and the woman. These are wrong things that are always done. You will notice that a family will enter in the inner chamber, the inner affairs of a home, when one of the two have actually invited them. They cannot come and put their mouth in things that they don't know. Then there should be somebody that made noise that actually draw their attention. There are certain things that they have to make sure they arrange on their own themselves according to their own rules. And when a man needs advices, or when there is a problem, what is always good is not for him to go on towards his own family, but instead to the family of the wife, because it is now his family.
Okay.
The wife mother is now his mother. Because if you go to your own mother, you are the son. So she will not know that she will want to favor you.
Yes.
She will not know that what she's doing is actually destroying the home. And she will just put the aspect of it is my son, and she will want to go in towards your own direction. So the best way is there's something wrong, and that really two of you have not succeeded to have a proper solution. Then if it is the man that is having a complaint, it is good. You should go to the mother of the wife, and try to have advices concerning it, or if she can actually call the daughter and try to have a solution.
Okay, guys, thank you so much, Apostle. I believe you have actually learned so much today. For us that we are getting into marriage, or we have the urge to actually get into marriage, there are some of these things that we need to know. So guys, we will be right back so that our mother will actually tell us her own point of view, the parts that families are normally supposed to play in marriage. Okay, welcome back, guys. Okay, mother.
Yes, I want to say what my apostle said is perfectly correct.
Okay.
Perfectly correct in the sense that when you get into marriage, you have to take your husband's mother as your mother.
Okay.
He takes your own mother as
her own.
Yes. Like that, when you complain the other way, it is easy for the mother of your wife to shout at the daughter, why did you do this?
Accurate.
Yes, but if my daughter comes to me and tell me that my husband is doing like this, doing like that, is doing like that. That motherly feeling at times is too much. That it creates withdrawal. I will just say that man. Meanwhile, it was if we switch places, it is better. Then we are in Africa. We can't put our families aside. The African man or the African society is a society based on solidarity. We live with one another. But now, in every marriage, for your marriage to work, let there be limits. Let them be limits. There are certain things I want to take the bedroom because Apostle talked about rules. That's problems that arise and make divorce to come. That's sex, character, finances. In these three, sex or the bedroom is the principle of all. Which means that at any time a couple is not faring well on their matrimonial bed, you will see the financial part of it. Yes. You will see character will come in. I tell you, I want to be very frank. There is no man on earth that if he's not satisfied in the room there will want to give you his money. There are some men that will not give. No, let's be serious now. There are some men that will not give. He will get up and tell the children that their mother got me angry. The children are not understanding anything. They are just paying the price of what they don't know. Now, because the room did not answer, this lazy woman, you see now, when everything is answering there, you see Pai is coming out, he's smiling. Maybe it's even the person to go and start washing plates. Yes. So, what am I trying to say? Let your bedroom secret stay inside the bedroom. If it is not going, go to the opposite side. Ma, this is how I would have loved it to be, but I don't know. Try to talk to her, and you see. And then another problem that is plaguing our marriages today is that from the original sense of it, men as women were to get into marriages intact. They should not be unveiled. But now, you said at the beginning that men corrupt women. I want to tell you today that if anytime you find a rebellious woman that is not submissive, know that in her past, a man corrupted her. When you go and open another person's own container of sardine and you start eating it, you teach that person to be rebellious. And then another person is teaching your own there to be rebellious. That's why you see that, yes. Then at the end of it all yes. Now you are saying this woman. When you were opening another person's own sardine, what were you thinking? So what am I trying to say here? I don't know how we mothers, young mothers, old mothers, we can do to keep our children intact. I tell you, if men and women could go into marriages intact, there will be no problems.
You will not hear this cheating
issue will not come up. You will not go and meet a calm man. I want to be very, very explicit. You will not go and meet a calm man. He is coming, maybe in a room once, each one time is good for him. You are coming from one side there that you have been jumping, you are eating 10 times. You come now, the man is not able to control. The man is running away from the house. He's coming back at 11 p.m. in the night. Knowing who men are, he cannot tell the people that you see that I'm running for my wife. He cannot say it. He's a man. He has to keep his ego. He's just running. He can also tell you that, man, you will kill me. Because we women, it's easy for us to say it. He's running. Because there's so much in this thing. You see this thing we call marriage, and women. We women, we are a whole lot. We are a container full of too much. Yes. If not, the Bible will not say, he that findeth a good wife findeth a good thing. It means that he that findeth a bad woman, you have no trouble on your way.
Wow, wow.
Yes.
Yeah, you are right.
So, the first thing that makes any marriage bad is when you meet a rebellious woman. And many women today, forgive me, I'm a mother, I'm a woman, I have to say
Yeah.
that we are rebellious, not because we were created rebellious, but because the society has promised like that. Women, they easily give in, they are easily convinced, they easily fall. That's why they call them the weaker vessel. It is easy for a man to come and just tell you some 1, 2, 3 nice words, and by the time you discover your virginity is gone, the next man you meet there, you want to avenge on the person. Am I telling a lie, Apostle? You want to avenge. Meanwhile, that maybe that person came for good. You see. So you see people go into marriages with a lot of burdens, with a lot of background that they are carrying into the marriages. Yes. So it makes it in such a way that marriage is losing its originality, is losing the essence for which God created it. Is losing it. We cannot tell for sure if in the next century we'll be able to talk about marriage. We cannot say it because there's so many things happening. Women going with women, where has it ever been heard of? Men going with men, where has it ever been heard of? Men going with dogs, with goats, with this and that, it has been heard of where? So you see that the human generation, if not for the mercies of God, will be extinct at one point. Because if people are already saying that, no, you can bless, but you don't do what, or then people are saying anyhow. I don't understand that kind of language. Yes. If something is bad, it's bad. A thief is a thief. There's nothing like a half thief and a full thief.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, guys, today we'll actually be ending on this topic for today, because the topic concerning marriage is actually wide, so we cannot finish it today. We'll be coming back on Saturday, so stay tuned. Apostle, you are actually welcome on my show. Looking forward to see you again. The topic is really so interesting. I've actually learned so much. Know that you are actually welcome.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. In fact, today
It's my pleasure. It's my
I gather
pleasure.
wisdom today. So looking forward to have you again on my show. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much.
I'll be picking for Bamenda. Oh, I was born in Bamenda. Ashada in Bamenda.